I didn't know Dylan wasn't gonna have clothes on. You guys get to see this big, massive, awesome Florida crank, and then I come out here. Slightly overweight, little Sasquatchy Harry. Oh man. I'm so happy that all these people showed up tonight. I'm really happy. Look at all you guys. Shots out. Did any couples come tonight though? Okay, we got one, we got two. Three. Oh, look at you. Oh my God. So, how long have you guys been dating? 3 years and you still like each other? Shots out. You guys ever fight? You're lying.
They're lying.
Okay, I want to talk to a normal couple. Do you guys ever fight? Oh. It's okay, it's normal. And I have a girlfriend and we fight all the time. Like all the time. And she's real, I promise. No, I do have a girlfriend and we fight all the time, and so we were getting ready to go to a party. And she comes in the room, she goes, "That's it. I'm not going." I said, "Why not?" She said, "Look at me. Look at this dress. It makes my hips look so big. I'm so fat. I can't leave the house like this." Now, me being the good boyfriend, I said, "Listen, two things. One, I hate when you talk like that because you're beautiful. And two, I don't know how much longer we're going to keep blaming the dress for this problem." Yeah. Well, I mean, she like weirdly got mad at me. And it's not true. It's not true. She's a short little Mexican girl about this tall. But the problem is when she gets mad and starts yelling at me, she starts yelling at me in English. But as she gets more caliente, it switches to Spanish. So it starts off as, "Oh my God, you're such an asshole, la cucaracha, la cucaracha, da-da-da-da-da-da-da." Guys, it's like this. I mean, it's like this every time we fight. I couldn't take it anymore. I voted Trump. I did. I just wanted to make my life great again, okay? That's it. Some of you didn't seem to like that joke. Don't worry. Joke is on me in the long run. Because planning a going away party for an entire family is impossible. No, I'm just kidding. Listen. All seriousness, I realize the sensitivity of that because I did mention a person who, let's face it, isn't very popular, has caused a lot of people a lot of pain. But don't worry, we broke up. I'm single. I just feel like she didn't appreciate any of the gifts I got her. Now, if you're a guy and you're dating a girl and you get a girl a gift and she doesn't cry, does she even really like the gift? You know? And I would get all these nice things and never any tears. And on our 1 year anniversary, I just couldn't take it anymore. I got her a shirt, got it custom made, had a big heart on the front, said Girlfriend of the Year on it. Alright? I thought that was super cute. But she like got mad when she saw that the back said second place. I told her, I said, "Hey, try harder, maybe next year you could be first." But she was a sore loser, so it didn't work out. No, I don't have a girlfriend, I am single, but I'm very happy being single. I feel like a lot of people our age just want to be in a relationship. They just want to be with somebody because they're not happy being by themselves. Okay? And I feel like you need to find that one thing that you do alone that makes you happy. For example, I got invited to a friend's wedding, and on the card I put Pietro plus guest. And when I showed up and dinner was served, everyone was looking at me like I got dipped out on. And I said, "Don't worry, guys. I wanted the chicken and the steak." You just gotta find that one thing that keeps you going, you know? I got into probably one of these most awkward fights / confrontations I've been in for a while. So I got a phone call from my cousin. My cousin looks a lot like me, but girlier version. Just keep this in mind. And she calls and says, "Hey, I got a new boyfriend. I want you to come meet him." I said, "Hey, cuz, no problem." She said, "But you have to promise to be normal this time." I said, "Listen, I am normal. Just because I kissed your last boyfriend on the mouth and said, 'You screw her, I screw you.' And daddy's packing heat. Or warmth. Okay, it's lukewarm, but still, there's some temperature. Okay? That's not weird. That's me looking out for you." She said, "Please, just be normal." I said, "I find I'll be normal when I'm bringing a friend." She goes, "That's fine, bring a friend. More the merrier. Let's fall in love." said, okay. So I brought my friend, a real good friend of mine, his name is Big D. Now Big D and I have been friends for about 10 years, right? And the thing about Big D is he's very large, like very large, and black, very, very black. So I know that if I can't do the intimidation, my Big D will. Now we walk in, and I see her sitting down at the table, and I am just speechless. I didn't know what to do, because sitting next to her was a black guy. Now I don't want you thinking that I'm weirded out by the fact she was with a black guy. That I didn't care about. But for a second, I kind of got a little jealous. I'm like, what do you think you're doing here? So we sit down and starts telling me, oh my God, you're not gonna believe this, but Antonio is a music major. I'm like, well, Big D's got every Jay-Z CD, so. What do you think about that? She's like, oh, well, Antonio's actually on the basketball team at his college. I'm like, yeah, well, D dropped 42 in his last Y-League pickup game, get your skin. It was at that point that the two of them kind of looked over and were like, I don't think we're here for the 2 for 20. So she goes, well, Antonio buys me things, just out of nowhere. I go, oh yeah? I go, hey, tell him about that time you found the car that was just happened to be unlocked and the keys were in it and the window was busted when you got there and you brought it to me and made me swear not to tell anybody. Tell him about that time, Dorale. He's like, my name's Daryl. I go, will you shut the hell up right now and just go with me? You know, and it turned out how you expect it turned out. I'm a guy and she's a white girl who likes black dudes, so I'm not looking for a new black friend. Gauge a person's happiness when they're out of college by how much weight they've gained. No, I'll tell you why. Because when you're in college and you gain weight, it's like they're killing it, crushing it, going every night, boom, getting after it. When you're like an adult and you're gaining weight, it's like, I don't know, they're working so much, they're stressed out. It's kind of unhealthy. We might need to do something about this. The thing I miss the most about being in college, though, is being able to take naps whenever you want. Shouts out, give you some skin for naps. Yeah. There you go. Because when you're in college, you can plan your day around your naps, which is great. But when you're an adult, you can't do that. I remember scheduling classes thinking, I gotta take a nap at noon, I could do a 9:20, 10:40. This is the only time this class is offered, and it's for my major. I'll switch it, I don't care. What do you got? Theater to nursing, how hard can it be? Just sign me up. Sign me up right now. I'll give you a couple more. So, like I said, my parents are immigrants. They were not born in this country, so they were not born in what is the melting pot of the United States, where all races have love for one another. So with that being said, they have a tendency of sometimes saying things that can be viewed as rude, maybe ignorant, possibly a hate crime. It really all depends on how you go. I'll give you a couple examples. The holidays is when it's the worst. So I was Christmas shopping with my mom, and we're going up to the aisle, we're checking out, and the guys did, the person checking us out is ringing everything up. And my mom, very subtly, looks over and goes, "Oi, sta Cristiani Carr is one of those FAGs." I said, yeah, Ma, I think he can SPELL too. So, you want to cool it and get in the car, please? Another one, my dad, we have Christmas dinner, and my sister is getting married. So, thanks for being happy for my sister. So, my sister's getting married, her fiance and their family were coming over. Now, her fiance and their family, born here, pretty normal, but they're originally from Tennessee. Well, my dad's always wanted land in Tennessee, so he told me, he said, hey, if you got any land for sale, tell me, I'll buy. So my brother-in-law said, okay, no problem. Well, when he came for Christmas dinner, he had to give the bad news. He said, hey, I know I told you there was some land for sale, but the guy who's selling it is, well, he's deceased. My dad said, don't you worry about it. When he feels better, you have him call me, okay? Everybody get a little deceased every once in a while. He called me, we make a deal. Finally, my mom figured out how to use her cell phone and called a radio station. They were doing a radio contest where they give away free tickets, and she won. So they called her like, hey, congratulations, you won these 2 free tickets to this concert. She said, that's great, but I need a 4th. They're like, well, the contest is only for 2. And she goes, I know, I understand it's for two, but you gotta understand the one thing for me. I got 4 kids. I bring 2 tickets. I say, oh, here you go, I love it so much, go to the concert. I don't know. I need 4 tickets. My mother wore these people out so bad, they not only gave her 4 tickets, they gave her a 5th to never call again. The only way you can get a better deal is with a gun. Seriously. This one takes the cake for everything though. My dad was looking for a dog for the longest time. All he wanted was a German Shepherd. Now our neighbor, who's a police officer, caught wind of this. So he came over and said, hey, I heard you're looking for a dog. We got one retired from the force. Let me know if you want him. I'll get it to you for free. Well trained, he's a good dog. My dad said, no thank you, I appreciate it, but I'm looking for a puppy. Small, little dog, not too big. Cops said, what's the matter if it's a full-size dog or a puppy? It's a free dog. Dogs are expensive. My dad straight face says, listen, you see everybody who's moving in the neighborhood. I wanted to train the dog to bark at the Mexicans to protect my tomatoes. Officer Garcia just stood there stunned for a second. He said, listen, there's no way I can give you this dog. This is a police dog. You know it's only trained to bark at black people. Get mad at me, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. That's just how it goes. So if you can't tell, my parents are very old school. They're very traditional people. So with that being said, they can understand why me, at 23, am not married with kids running a restaurant yet. And I tell them all the time, listen, Mom and Dad, I want to stay happy forever. But then I put some thought into it. I said, what would life be like if I were to have kids right now at 23 compared to what life was like when they did it at 23? This is kind of how I put it together in my head. So I'm going to open this up for you guys. If you were to have kids, what would you read as a bedtime story? A classic book. Should I point? Perfect. Winnie the Pooh. It's a great book. Everybody loves it. You read your kids Winnie the Pooh. It's well known. Me, I only read my kids Harry Potter. That's all they know. They get books 1 through 8. That'd be their Bible. Okay? Did you guys go to public or private school?
Public.
Public. See, me, I would homeschool, because I would need to send my kids somewhere else to get bullied. I can do it at home. If you were going to get a pet for the house, what would you get?
Dog.
Dog. So safe. So reliable. I would get an owl. And I would teach that owl to fly around the house. And when my son turned 11, that owl would bring a letter that said, congratulations, you've been accepted to Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. Which my son would get the letter and go, we did it. And I'd call 2 tickets and go, and we're going. I would then fly my son to platform 9 3/4 and I would say, remember, just like in the books, you have to run as fast as you can, as hard as you can with everything you got. And when I looked down and just saw all the hope and passion and all the dreams leave my son's eyes as he bounces off a brick wall. That's what I think having a kid at 23 years old would be like nowadays. Alright guys, that's my time. I really appreciate it. Thank you for coming out.